Hello everyone, this is William Armstrong with a simple video that is going to explain about how Firefox, Opera, Chrome, and Brave and Microsoft Edge, how all these browsers have a vulnerability that is very severe that affects all of them. It's not just one browser on its own. This is on PC World, and the article is written by Billy Ekblom at PC World, September 14th, 2023, 7:12 p.m. or 7:12 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. 3, 2, 1. Severe vulnerability found in all browsers and it's being attacked. Go update now. Those are the browsers Edge, Firefox, Opera, Chromium, or Opera, Chrome, and Brave. This affects mainly Chrome browsers and Firefox-based ones too. It says here a severe vulnerability has been found in libwebp, a code library used to render WebP images, report Stag Diary. WebP is a popular image format used by many sites on the internet, but also by apps and some other software that use web views, and the vulnerability can be used, among other things, to run malicious code on affected devices. Worse yet, it is reportedly being actively exploited by malicious attackers. Yikes! Uh-oh! The vulnerability has been labeled CVE 2023 4863 and is considered extremely serious. Major browsers such as Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Opera, and Vivaldi and Brave have already released security fixes. To make sure you have the latest version of a browser, go to Help About Browser Name in its Options menu. If a new update is available, it should then download automatically. The WebP image format was developed by Google and has quickly grown in popularity due to the high and lossless compression images compared to other formats. This article is translated from Swedish to English and originally appeared on PCForalla.se, which is Swedish, a Swedish website. Okay, that's basically it of this article. There's nothing much more to read, but there's frequently asked questions. But I will automatically go to the frequently asked questions, or FAQ, at PC World. Here's Smart Answers by PC World. This uses AI, so it's going to explain. It says here, how can I protect my device from the libwebp vulnerability? It says I can protect my device from the libwebp vulnerability by updating my browser to the latest version, which includes a fix of this vulnerability. Major browsers like Chrome, Firefox, and Brave have already released updates patching this vulnerability. To update, go to the browser's help menu, click about, and it should automatically download the latest update if available. It's important to keep browsers updated to protect against newly discovered vulnerabilities like this. So that's one example of it. Let's go to another one. It says here which browsers, same thing, and it says here Google, Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Edge, Opera, Vivaldi, Brave have released security fixes for the vulnerability I just mentioned. Same thing. So it's best to update your browser, and here are the potential risks of it that can go wrong, that can go awry. It says here, the libwebp vulnerability CVE 2023-4863 allows attackers to remotely execute arbitrary remote code, long story short, and take control of affected devices. This severe flaw impacts all major browsers and apps using web views. Specific risks include malware infection, data theft, and system compromise. Users are urged to update browsers and apps immediately to mitigate risk until a permanent fix is available. Uh-oh. Let's go to Smart Answers again. Are there any alternative image formats that are not affected by this vulnerability? There are some alternative image formats that are not affected by this vulnerability in libwebp. PNG, JPEG, GIF, and BMP or bitmap are commonly used image formats that do not rely on libwebp and thus are not impacted. However, the popularity of WebP means that many sites and apps are likely using a need to update to address this vulnerability. Overall, switching to other formats like PNG or JPEG could avoid issues related to CVE 2023 4863, but may not be feasible in all cases. It says here, we're going to go to this and this will be the end of the video. How can I check if my browser is up to date and secure against the libwebp vulnerability? You can check if your browser is up to date and secure against the libwebp vulnerability by going to the browser settings or help menu and looking at the version number 1 and 2 in the middle in the brackets. The latest secure versions for major browsers are Chrome 112, Edge 112, Firefox 109, and Safari 16.3. If your browser version is lower, it'll automatically download the latest update when you check. Be sure to click relaunch or restart after updating to complete the process. Keeping your browser fully updated provides protection against vulnerabilities like libwebp. Okay, so right now I'm using Google Chrome Canary, Microsoft Edge Canary, Opera Developer or Opera One Developer Edition. Those are higher versions than the stable version. They get updated frequently than the stable versions do. The stable versions get updated every so often, but the developer and Canary versions of Microsoft Edge Canary, Google Chrome Canary, and Opera One Developer Edition get frequently updated to higher versions directly. There is Mozilla Firefox Nightly that does get updated every so often, just like Opera One Developer Edition, Google Chrome Canary, Edge Canary. The Canary versions of those browsers are not very stable for daily use. Note that Opera Developer is stable for developer use, meaning it's stable. You can use it as a default browser, but Edge Canary and or Google Chrome Canary are not always stable, meaning that they will crash at any point, at some point, either through a manual crash or automatic crash. But the two browsers mentioned that are Google Chrome Canary and Edge Canary are not allowed to be used as a default browser since they're secondary installations of each other. So if you try to set Google Chrome Canary as a default browser, it'll say Google Chrome Canary is a secondary installation and cannot be made your default browser. Microsoft Edge Canary will say this is a secondary installation of Microsoft Edge Canary. It cannot be made your default browser. But Mozilla Firefox Nightly can be made as your default browser as well. Only. So other than that, before I end the video, I'm going to type in what libwebp is. Hold on. It says here, what is WebP in Linux? The WebP packages provide a library and tools for the WebP graphics format. WebP is an image format with a lossy compression of digital photographic images. WebP consists of a codec based on the VP8 format and a container based on the resource interchange file format, RIFF or RIF for short. That's the end of this video. And this is William Armstrong signing out. And note that it's always best to keep your browser fully updated, and take care. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.